Hey guys, I'm back. I'm not dead. I'm posting a long video. You're probably watching this thinking, oh my gosh, Percival Briggs is posting a long YouTube video. What is happening? Is the world ending? Maybe. I don't know. The truth of it is, I've really wanted to post a long YouTube video for quite a while now. And I'll get into why I haven't and what's been going on with my channel and with some of the projects. And we're actually going to show you the Lego City today and all the updates and new buildings I'm working on. And this is kind of what's been going on. I was monetized on YouTube years ago, and I would do videos where I basically got out my phone and pointed at what I had built and talked about it for like 20 minutes or so. People really liked that kind of stuff. But when I returned back after taking a break from my channel for quite a while, I didn't necessarily want to keep doing those same type of videos. I wanted them to be better quality, be highly edited, interesting for most people to watch. What I realized is it's pretty hard to do that consistently and quickly. And so what we decided to do is I would do a long YouTube video and then mostly shorts, mostly YouTube shorts or, TikTok style videos. But that has not really helped me on YouTube to get remonetized. The truth of it is they have changed things a lot since the last time I was monetized, and it's pretty tricky. I just simply don't have enough watch hours, and I think it's because I went from uploading lots of long YouTube videos to pretty much exclusively shorts. And in the past couple months, my editor, Ben, who has been working on a lot of my videos, he's taken a leave of absence from editing. And to be honest, I don't know if he's coming back or when he's coming back for sure, but I thought I would release a video, hence a not highly edited video where I'm probably gonna be, talking over myself and saying stupid stuff, slurring my words, because I suck at public speaking. So yeah, I'm back. You're getting videos. I don't know if they're great quality. I don't know who's gonna love them. But we're going for it. I'm going all in. I'm gonna do hopefully a lot more long YouTube videos because I know people have been commenting a lot about if I make instructions for all my builds, or what are the dimensions of some of my builds, or in-depth building process. People comment a lot of things and have a lot of questions, and I don't really want to answer those all in shorts. I like doing shorts, it's fun, but the truth of it is Lego is a very expensive hobby. And when I'm building these massive custom skyscrapers, it gets very expensive, and not being monetized on YouTube makes it so I can't really finance what I'm doing. And there's several buildings and several projects I've had to abandon because I just don't have enough money to do them right now. So hopefully you'll see more long YouTube videos like this. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel recently or found me on TikTok. I'm doing very well on TikTok. I have almost, I think, 4,000 followers at the time of recording this, which is awesome because I've only been doing it for a few months. So thank you all for your support. But I just want to let you know I'll be doing more videos like this. I don't know if everyone's going to love it, but hopefully there are some people who just genuinely want to see things I built and hear about how I built them. And for those people, I think you'll really enjoy the type of videos I'm going to be doing. So hopefully at some point we'll get back to better quality, highly edited. Until then, this is what we got. I definitely wanted to put a long YouTube video out there for quite a while, and I thought I just might as well do it and stop stalling. And speaking of stop stalling, let's show you the city, because there are a lot of projects I'm working on right now that I cannot wait to show you. I'm very excited for what the city is looking like compared to what it used to look like. We've made some major changes, and for you people who just watch my long YouTube videos, you have not really seen any of the cool things I've done in the past couple months. So let's fix that right now. Hope you guys enjoy. Before we get to the city, I did want to show you my backdrop. This may look familiar to people who know me on TikTok, but this is what you usually see behind me in some of my videos. I thought it'd be a cool opportunity to show you the greebling techniques that I've used for my sign here. And it's pretty fun to have a sign like this. And then I have lots of sets around here, which I built on my TikTok. You can see here a classic Star Wars set, very cool. An adventurer set. I need to change out the lights because a lot of them are broken. But yeah, this is my background here. This is a Five Nights at Freddy's head that cool guy Dom designed, which is pretty sweet to have. Here's some signatures from my fellow teammates from LEGO Masters Season 3, which is pretty awesome. Here's a minifigure from Chattanooga, Tennessee, where I have a giant Lego city on display in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So go check that out if you have not seen it already. This may look familiar to some people. This is where I do my minifigure showcase videos. I put them there, spin around, put them on the stand. We filmed some stop motions right in here. This massive Lego pile may look familiar to some people.
I do a series where I will grab out a Lego set and I'll build and review it in 60 seconds, and all that takes place just in this little area here. But these are all sets that I need to build eventually. I have not gotten to do many of those videos because they do require editing to make them look really nice, and like I said, my editor is currently not around, so I will get back to these at some point. And then over here is where we usually set up the sets with a nice white background to review them. And then this is my build table. This is probably hilarious to people who edit videos. My phone stand broke, so I just have a stool with a Lego coffee cup, of course, to stand things up. Pretty fun. And then this has changed a lot. So we now have this shelving in here, and there are tons of Lego sets on display. Lots of ones you may have seen me build on the channel. So pretty sweet to have this big area here. It's pretty cool, I think, that all of my content creation stuff just happens in, one room. This is my Lego Harry Potter layout. There's not much to see because it's kind of messy. We have lots of sets on display. On the sides, this will be a Jurassic Park in the future. Real quick, here are some pretty cool minifigs that some Star Wars fans might love. Yeah, Jurassic Park's a bit messy. I haven't really had a chance to work on it. What we're looking at is the city. So this is what it looks like in my Lego room. You walk up now, and this is something we've added recently, is the black tablecloth going all the way around the city. It looks so good. I love it. I don't know what the consensus is on it. I've done, I think, 2 videos showing putting it all up. But to me, the city feels like a museum now. Like, it is so cool. And again, it's still messy. I still have parts around. And when I don't have that kind of stuff, it looks great. But it feels a lot more professional up here to me. It really makes you focus on the city and not on the tons of wires that are beneath it. Now, the city overview is mainly going to be talking about current projects I'm working on or new buildings from the last time I've shown it. I don't really want to go through every last single thing. That'd be a very long video. It probably will be long regardless. But for those of you who haven't seen my Statue of Liberty, pretty awesome. And let's just start with the front of the city, because there are some pretty cool things going on. So first thing I want to address, I'm working on 40 Wall Street, which will go here. And I have come up with a very cool design for this building. It is going to look amazing. I'm very excited for it. All the parts are on the way, and I feel like I'll build it pretty quickly. So when it is finished and lit up, I will post another long YouTube video going through the building and what it looks like and all the techniques I use. So I'm very excited for 40 Wall Street. Stick around for that. It's going to be awesome. And I think the main reason I'm so excited is because I tend to jump around the city when I'm working on buildings. So, for example, my original intention was to just build all the skyscrapers at the front of the city so that a whole block this way could be pretty much complete. But what tends to happen is I jump all the way down to Central Park and build something, and then jump to Midtown and build something, and then jump back and forth, or build bridges. And so I'm really excited because a lot of the projects I'm working on are going to complete the front of the city, which will just be so cool because it has never really looked complete. It's always looked pretty much what it looks like right now. So having 2 skyscrapers finished right there at the front of the city, 2 very iconic buildings, is going to be pretty awesome. I cannot wait to show you. Then, walking next to One World Trade Center, you will see my construction site. So we have a crane here recreating the famous New York picture of them on the girder. What this crane is sitting on top of is going to be the Woolworth building. So this is a skyscraper that I was referring to in my intro. I don't have enough money to build this thing, and the reason why is it's very big and requires tons of pieces to build this. And when I'm not monetized on YouTube, I just cannot really finance a building like this. It is just too intricate and detailed for me to be able to build at this moment. So hopefully with, releasing some longer stuff, I'll get my watch hours and I'll be able to be monetized so I can finally build the Woolworth building, because it is going to be amazing. But until then, I thought I'd add, some little, I forgot the name of these, but people working on the building on these little stands here, which are from the Spider-Man No Way Home set that I've modified. So I feel like it adds some realism. These construction workers are actually working on the building. You got the crane up here. I think it looks pretty good for now. So until I have enough money, this is going to be a construction site. But the second building that I'll be adding very soon is the Hearst tower. That is what you see here in between the Flatiron Building and Oscorp. It is very incomplete now, so it might be hard to visualize. This is going to be a very tall building as well. So I'm pretty excited because these two buildings will be very close to each other and help complete the front of the city here. Hearst Tower it's an old building, but the main tower part of it is pretty new. So it's very interesting looking, and I can't wait to show it to you guys. It'll add another kind of clear blue glass building to the front of the city here. Now, I did post a short form video talking about how I don't necessarily love having Flatiron Building next to Hearst Tower, because having two tan buildings next to each other, I feel like maybe clashes a bit. So I've thought about moving Oscorp where Hearst Tower is and moving Hearst Tower where Oscorp is, but I thought I might as well build all of Hearst Tower, and then if I don't love it next to Flatiron Building still, I can move it. But yeah, those two I'm very excited about. The front of the city is going to look great. The plan here is to build one Vanderbilt eventually. That is going to be one kind of similar to One World Trade Center in that it uses mostly clear, little tiny glass pieces, just thousands of them to make an enormous skyscraper. It's a very modern building, but I'm excited to do that one eventually. Here is where you might see a little bit of a change. I just realized I've been in a 0.5, so I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. This is Grand Central Station, and it has been expanded quite a while ago, but this initially, if you guys remember, was just this front part of Grand Central Station here with no bridge, and it was in front of Avengers Tower, where it's located right now. What I decided to do was to banish Avengers Tower to the back of the city and build the MetLife building with a complete Grand Central Station with the bridge. So I took what I had made for Grand Central Station and just updated it and made it a lot better, to be honest. So looking in there, it's pretty massive, and the bridge is the first thing I want to talk about. It uses some fun techniques. It has the plaque that you'll see from Hawkeye in there, which is pretty fun. This is obviously where the Avengers assemble for their iconic scene. But moving around back here, what I think is pretty awesome is that the roads actually connect. So cars can actually drive up all around Grand Central Station, and it all connects like a real city would. And I'll go around and I'll show you later what the inside looks like, but it's pretty much a big terminal in there. It looks pretty similar to the real building. Now, the real building does not have this big glass roof on top. That was actually my dad's idea, so you can actually see into the building, which I think is better than just doing a giant green roof, so I'm pretty happy with that. MetLife building is new. You guys probably have not seen much with MetLife building, and so I'll show you that pretty briefly. It's very fun. I personally really love having MetLife building with Grand Central Station as opposed to Avengers Tower, and the reasoning why is it just adds some realism. I used some pretty cool techniques for the top of the building here, and the shaping of it is, of course, very unique, and it's just an awesome building to have in the city. The lobby of it is pretty cool as well. There's some gold tiles in there. It looks very fancy. But yeah, this area of my city feels a lot more genuine, feels a lot more like real New York, having MetLife building and a full Grand Central Station. Times Square, I don't think really has had many changes. It looks pretty much the same. I'm about to change it to 2025, obviously. And I guess we have King Kong, who you probably have not seen much. This is made by the same guy who made my Statue of Liberty at the front of the city, so King Kong is very awesome to have. Moving back, you can see the back of another new building I've made. This is St. Patrick's Cathedral, and when I go around the other side, I'll show you what it looks like. It's awesome. I feel like it helps complete this area a little bit more. I obviously still have to do the two buildings on either side of Rockefeller Center, but now with this building here, Rockefeller Center feels a lot more complete, and it's cool to have a completely different style building from the rest of what's in my city here. So I'm not going to skip over it. I'll go around and I'll show you it. First, I'll show you the back half of the other pretty new building that I've made. This is Fisk Tower. It is a combination of some different designs from games, from Into the Spider-Verse. You can see, probably not very well because I don't have the lights on. I do have Kingpin's office here, which I think looks very good. Well, might as well show you Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. He is the biggest of these 3D printed minifigures I have, and he's amazing. Central Park, kind of messy. Not much has really gone on with it. Here's a close look at Peter Parker's apartment if you haven't seen it. Got the Ninja Turtles up there. We got Joe's Pizza with Daredevil. We have this building here, which has some stickers for some of my fellow teammates from LEGO Master Season 3. We have the Sanctum Sanctorum. Again, not much with Central Park. I didn't even bother to change out the base plates for Christmas. It just, I need to do a lot more with Central Park. Here is the front of Fisk Tower. I really love this building. It looks amazing lit up with the yellow on the letters. It's mostly hollow. There's a ground floor and Fisk Tower, his office at the top, right? But it's around Columbus Circle, which is accurate to where it is in Spider-Man PS4 game. And I'm very happy to have this building. I think if people want a really in-depth look at it, I can turn on all the lights and show you later, but this is kind of just a brief overview of what I've added. Next up is the Guggenheim, which is not very complete. I don't want to show you much with it, but this is, of course, a famous art museum, which was in Across the Spider-Verse. It's actually where they fight the old-style vulture right at the beginning. Okay, now I can finally show you St. Patrick's Cathedral in all its glory. I used a lot of very detailed little pieces to make this thing look accurate. So what I especially love about St. Patrick's Cathedral is I wanted to challenge myself and build it exclusively with pieces I already had on hand. So I didn't want to order a single piece to make this. I thought it'd be more of a challenge, just kind of make things work with what I have. And so that resulted in a very detailed building that is just extremely different from anything else I have built before and is so unique and I think pretty accurate. We have Spider-Man, of course, swinging over Rockefeller Center. Rockefeller Center has not had many changes. We have Santa up for Christmas, obviously. And then we have the Christmas tree, the ice skating rink. We've got Hawkeye down there. We've got Art the Clown and Gremlins, Deadpool and Wolverine. We've got Kevin from Home Alone, right? All the little Christmas things you'd expect. I am currently working on Radio City Music Hall as well. It will not be done in time for Christmas, which kind of sucks, but it will eventually be located here and I think look pretty awesome. Now we can come to this side of the MetLife building, which has a different logo on this side of it here. Again, just a super unique building. One I'm really glad to finally have my city. I've wanted this for years. You can see Moon Knight perched at the base of it here. Yeah, it has the black base of it, and then the rest of it is mostly this light gray, dark gray, and black mix. And again, I love the detail I used on the top of the building. It's very fun. And then here's the other side of Grand Central. You can kind of see how the road links up now. And Grand Central, I think, is one of my favorites in the city. It's, again, a little hard to show you a really good look on the inside using just my phone. But it's fairly accurate to what you see, and I think a lot of people who have played LEGO Marvel Superheroes really love Grand Central. And having the bridge actually go through a city is very fun. I had to move the Chrysler building. I had to move it over towards just the edge of the table here to be able to do that bridge, but I think it was definitely worth it. I think it makes it feel a lot more like genuine, real New York City having these buildings in here. And I do need to add more billboards on the side of Times Square. As you can see, that's something I definitely want to work on very soon. Other changes that I've made is we, of course, scooted the Statue of Liberty section further up towards the front of the city. And what that did is we have Queensboro Bridge here with, Roosevelt Island tram that goes back and forth with Captain Fat Billy on top. For Impractical Jokers fans, you'll know who that is. And then the plan is to do either the George Washington Bridge or I can't remember the name of it, but a different New York City bridge here. And I've moved Brooklyn Bridge up behind the Statue of Liberty. So we have room for an entire new bridge here, which I'm very excited about. Other changes, Flatiron Building is basically the same, but I've added that glass black front piece on the front of the building, this pointed piece, which looks a lot more like genuine New York City, which is pretty sweet. Now this side of the city has seen a lot of changes. There are several new buildings that we've made back here. X Mansion, which I actually have a second one, so I'm going to work on expanding that very soon. We have the new greenhouse set. I can't remember the name of it right now, but we have that built in the city. We have, of course, our modulars. I got a second mall building, so the Grand Emporium is very big now. And currently we have this all set up for Christmas. So there's a big town square area, Some other cool things is now the train runs through the city, not just around the edge of the table. So I have these brown tiles, which I think makes it feel a lot more like a real train track. And we of course have the holiday train there. But as you can see, the train runs all throughout the city and then splits into this train yard here. So we can actually store a lot of the trains that aren't gonna always be running around the tables. So I'm very happy with how this city is looking. I have not cared as much about just the modular building city as much as I have about New York. It's a lot harder to do a lot over here, but adding, I think, the black border around the base of these tables and then making this city a little more compatible, having the trains be able to come over here, it'll make it feel a lot more unique and kind of integrate better with New York City. One thing I'm excited about is the bridges will actually connect, you know, like the roads go straight down, straight in New York City. This bridge will go straight into New York, and Brooklyn Bridge eventually will go just right into New York, and you'll just have buildings all around those roads. So I think it'll make it feel pretty grand. For Christmas, we have the Grand Emporium with these nutcrackers on top that's meant to resemble Gimbals from Elf. So again, I really love Grand Emporium, and having both these sets together is pretty sweet. Having it as Gimbals is even better, but still a lot to do with this side of the city. The idea is it just kind of represents a generic city, maybe like Queens or something, but I'm very happy with it. It's getting a lot better. And that brings us back to the front of the city. So that was a while of me talking, but hopefully some people are really excited about all the projects I'm working on, what the city's gonna look like. I think the next update video, we'll have a lot to discuss and look at. We'll have several new skyscrapers, but again, I'll just walk to the back half of the city to show you some of the new ones I've made. St. Patricks Cathedral is probably one of the coolest buildings I've ever made for my city, and it was fun to do it with just parts I had in hand. It was very unique. Fisk Tower as well, one I want to do for a while. Having it stand at Central Park just adds so much. I mean, it really feels like a real building, even though it's this comic book building, right? So I'm just so excited to finally have new stuff going on. And yeah, these buildings are kind of scattered around, so the city just looks pretty incomplete still. But my goal is basically from a MetLife building onward, I would love to just fill in these skyscrapers one by one, so you just have a full skyline. I don't know if you could picture it, but I really love the idea of just giant buildings all next to each other here. A very cool skyline to look at, and Spider-Man swinging between all the buildings is always what I want to do. Pretty much any skyscraper I finish, I just grab Spider-Man and start playing with him around New York City. So those are the projects. Probably expect to see Hearst Tower finished first, and then 40 Wall Street. And then I'll leave it up to you guys. I'll read your comments and see what buildings you'd like me to work on next, or what part of the city you want to see finished, and I'll just do that. Well, again, don't know if people love this video. It's just not the same quality as my other ones, but hopefully it was interesting for some people to get to see the city who've not seen it in a while or wanted a little bit more of an in-depth look. Use the comment section as a way to talk to me and let me know what you like about my city, any questions you have, and I will answer them. And real quick, I thought I might as well tell you, the reason I don't do instructions is because I tend to just start grabbing pieces and building. I've never designed anything online or using any programs or even sketch them out. I just look at pictures of the real building and grab bricks and just kind of make it happen. So I don't have any instructions. I don't plan on releasing any, but I don't know, maybe if there's a huge upcry for it, or however you say that, I will start doing them. But I know that was a big question that people wanted answered, so I thought I'd just let you know. Well, anyways, guys, I think that'll do it for this video. Thank you again for anyone who has stumbled across my channel and supported me, or if you've been a longtime follower, just thank you so much for sticking around. I will continue to upload longer YouTube videos and answer any questions you ask me in the comment section. And I will, of course, show you any new buildings I make. Now, I will continue doing my short form videos because they are pretty easy to do and a lot of people see them and seem to like them. But for anybody who wants to see an in-depth look at anything on my channel, then comment, let me know what you'd like to see. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And probably by the time you're seeing this, it might be 2025, so Happy New Year as well.